they've gone in game. All right, let's have a look here. Okay, nice. Oh, Prester John. All right, maybe I'll change that. Or I guess this is also fine. All right, here we are in game 12 of the Scythe Scenario Snowdown with the scenario of we don't talk about combat club. So +3 for each combat victory that you score. So given Saxony's ability of dominate, he would be able to get a max of 6 combat stars, which is almost very unlikely to happen. But it cannot get any, with the dominate ability, you can't really do it like any other faction where they can just get like 10 combat victories, that's extra 30 points. Okay. Okay, Saxon and Militant, not with a very common start here, trading to what do you call this? Not a very common start here with trading 2 food. So maybe looking at some enlists. Okay. What do we have here by Albion? We've got Albion Patriotic, so it's looking like a move to an upgrade of the deploy. Okay, this is standard, so not really concerned about the enlists so far. Meanwhile, Crimea Agricultural here is Donkey Kong, beginning with a produce. I'm guessing now a trade of 2 metal. I think that's the standard for Crimea Agricultural. This doesn't look like Saxony can invade pretty soon. And Albion also miles away from ever getting to Crimea. So Crimea does have the time to like trade 2 metal, trade 2 metal, and then produce enlist, produce and then bolster to an enlist. I think is enough time. I have never actually tried this this scenario myself as practice, so it would be good to get a little bit of practice and see how it goes. The ones I've had the most practice is the combat card industrial, which I don't think my game is still there yet. I think that would be my next one, right? Let me just check in the event list. No, it's Get Off My Lawn, so that's gonna be the next one. That's for me. Happening in about 3 hours from now. Okay. Anyways, Crimea's still thinking. Just move too, buddy. Are you that concerned? Oh, so out goes 2 metal. Okay, so this is standard for Crimea mechanical. Sorry, Crimea agricultural. This is like an opening I also use myself if I don't need to be in a rush. But if I do have to be in a rush, then I would change my opening into, yeah, let's say if I'm against Saxony Industrial, who can potentially go into my base by like round 5, then yeah, definitely have to steer clear a bit of this opening. Saxony is the move now, so looking like an enlist, it seems. A combat card enlist would be nice for Saxony. With the militant board, I think that's probably what you would like to look for. Okay, here we go. I myself don't have a lot of Saxony militant openings, so I think it'll be nice to get a few pointers of how it goes. Takes power, I think. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Opens the combat card in list. Yes, this is correct play. Meanwhile, Albion, so trading and then move to upgrade. So looking like getting their max out quick. Crimea Agricultural, steady right now, going nice and steady. So Saxony would produce, looking like a trade first before the encounter. I think you'd want to have a guaranteed mech for moving. You don't rely so much on this. Doesn't seem like anybody's getting out pretty quick, at least like maybe up to round 10. Round 9, potentially Crimea would be out and about. But other than that, we'll see. Crimea is to move now and pays for 1 coin to get a combat card to get an enlist. This is also nice. Yeah, I don't really see an issue with this because at least this way, you. Oh, wait, did Crimea not enlist there? Okay, I think yeah, may have to let the player know there that when you do pay 1 to get a combat card, just wait for a while until you do get your combat card in here, and then you take the bottom row action. It did happen to me once before when I also just started learning about the game, but it's just the interface. Yeah, it's kind of a shame here for Crimea. Well, maybe that gave Saxony or Prince Ali the break they needed there. You know, interface issues are kind of ruining the game left and right. It's kind of a waste of a turn, unfortunately. Anyway, let's focus back here. We have Crimea to move now. Or did he already move? Yeah, he just needs to end the turn right there. Hmm. Hmm. Did Crimea probably forgot to end his turn? Someone may have to let him know in the chat. Yeah. Still Crimea? I think he already deployed there, so... Did he glitch out? Let me check. I'll just go to the Discord real quick here and see if something's happening. Hmm. Or did something glitch here? Oh, there we go. Now it's Saxony. Okay, yeah, I think he just did forget to end the turn. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Now it's going as it's going. If Saxony doesn't get out and stop Crimea soon from escaping, I think it might be a bit difficult for Saxony considering the huge bid that he has to cover against Crimea. So okay, so Getting an encounter is Albion. Looking like not option 3, doesn't have enough. Power and popularity, he might try for tier 2. Does he have coins? So he'll go down to 3 with no enlists. But I think it's correct. I think against Saxony, you might want to have power, even though if you do have shield to help you out a little bit. Okay, so out is going the first mech for Albion on the next turn with a bolster. It looks like, yeah? Okay, yeah, so it's a bolster and coming out the mech is for Albion. Crimea probably moving, I think. I mean, you can move, you can produce. It doesn't look like anybody is getting out real quick, so I think both are valid. So bolsters for another card. Did he maybe what do you call this? Did he maybe misunderstood the bonus? That this is not the combat card bonus and it's the combat victory bonus. Okay, so out goes several combat cards for Crimea. It's looking like a move action right now for Saxony, unless he wants to get the coins as well. So, okay, so he does want to get the deploy. So Saxony going to be looking very rich here with 12, yeah, with 11 mechs to go. So that's plus 11 from there, and then a bunch of coins from the deploy. Yeah, and there just goes one more to him. So yeah, Saxony looking to be rich, but I think have to also focus a little bit on Crimea. Maybe if he decides to go aggressive and blocks the tunnel, with deploying underpass first, then I think it would be looking quite nice. So you have 4 metal. You move one worker here so that your next produce then provides you enough metal to, to get your next mech. So I'd be really interested to see like Saxony maybe moving yesterday and counter and then going here, deploying underpass right here, and then producing to get the mech. Then the player moves out. Then this mech takes one to cover the tundra, bringing one worker and deploying maybe this arm right there too. This looking very nice for Saxony. This kind of limits Crimea's options here. Paying 2 popularity for an upgrade and 2 resources is also always very good. In this way, you can get 2 upgrades really, right? You uh, as a Crimea agricultural here can go here, right? You get 1 upgrade and then another upgrade, so that's pretty good. You can cover the enlist really. I think the enlist cover is pretty nice. That Crimea encounter, yeah. So if Crimea runs loose, then it's gonna be quite something. Okay, so he does use the 1 combat card. He covered the okay, so he covered this. I probably would cover the enlist, both of them. So this turn you bolster, you get power when you can use your coercion ability to get an enlist and then open the deploy. You get some from from Saxony after all in this turn, so I think that would have been better. Crimea also does need power to defend against Saxony potentially blocking the Tundra right here. Okay, and here we are with Saxony with Uh, okay, so what did he take there? Oh, so pays 2 popularity to get 3 food. Yeah, I think this is good as well. Anyway, Albion. Okay, I haven't focused on Albion. What has he been doing? He traded. Albion here with a bit of a slow start, it looks like. But the worker seems like it's going out, but I don't know with the patriotic board, you want to get enlists too. Okay, Crimea producing, yeah, okay. So what did the Saxony? Okay, so underpass on the mountain, yes. This is exactly what I was talking about. So Crimea, not yet. So he just produced, so does have time. If Crimea deploys Riverwalk right now, then what Saxony should do is move the mech to cover the tundra and bring one worker with him so that he can deploy another mech here as well. Probably looking like at this arm. I don't think like +2 is kind of necessary if you can slow Crimea down a little. Crimea to move here. Let's see what the Crimea does. Hmm. Enlisting. Okay, so that kind of gives Saxony a bit of time there. Albion looking like a factory rush, and probably enlisting next turn, right? Yeah, he upgraded the enlist there. So Albion going to be getting some combat cards. So actually, this is also now a target for Saxony. But is the priority Albion or Crimea? Questions, questions. With the least power is Saxony right here. So it's moving. So what is this like? Is going to 7 workers, it looks like. He has to underpass somewhere, either between the a combat to Albion or to cover, cover Crimea. But I guess he deemed that it's important to cover Albion. Yeah, has to win right there. No chances, right? Okay, this is probably going to be a disarm. But you could also be +2 speed. Yeah, +1 speed as well. I suppose if you do here, then yeah, it's good you produce and you get your metal again. But I thought you can also leave them here and produce the 6 workers, right? You have like 3 workers here and 1 there. You cover and do disarm. So Crimea about to go loose now with 9 power, and that's nothing to joke at. Although now Saxony does have the power enlist. It looks like, yeah. Okay, Crimea is looking like it's gonna get the second mech out soon. Uh, mm, Crimea taking his time. Okay, what else have we got here? Crimea looking to deploy now. Possibly Riverwalk. No scout. Okay, so defense for Crimea. Okay, this might be pretty good for Saxony right now. But I mean, Saxony also still has to watch the power situation, right? You need two producers. If you're in this position, you need two producers. And I think Saxony is gonna get this encounter next. Could probably like move all the workers here. Or I think keeping it there is even better. You're in the tunnel, so this arm would be pretty nice. There's no Riverwalk by Crimea yet, so this is still pretty much safe. So I'm guessing Saxony is going to take this next, moving like one mech here, and then this, yeah, it's going to get there. Or this happens. Actually, I completely missed this move by Albion. So, yeah. So I thought like maybe disarm would be good, but you know. Oh, I think Albion threw a lot there. Okay, that was definitely not how Albion should have combated it. So you see, took 5 power and 2 combat cards. So he had like a lot of power there, and I don't think that this is the play. He only has one. What is this? Only one combat card, so I don't think this is a accurate combat by Albion. Moving it is right, but yeah. Sax had to come back there, so +1 was probably important. Yeah, you can say that, yes. But I think Saxony going here in the first place, I think was a bit of a mistake. I completely missed that Albion could also come here right now, because right now Albion, like, he threw too much. He had like 6 power and, you know. So okay, there we go. Player still here. I probably would have gone with the player, so at least you're in range of the factory. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I think with the mech here, I probably would have used the player, the character instead. You are within sights of the factory. But now the question is, this guy, Crimea, now he's gonna get out, and this one is probably looking like it has to start going. Yep, I think he deployed disarm, yeah. Yeah, he had to. Don't know how much of that is gonna help. Okay, Crimea. What was Crimea's previous move? Oh, Crimea's previous move was to trade. Okay, so yeah, actually, this gives time for Saxony to produce and then run away with all the metal, no less. Okay, how does Sax have so many coins? Well, that is because he is the militant board, which, as you can see here, gets a lot of coins for deploying. And at the same time, he did deploy when there was only 1 mech around. And now you can see that there are 6 mechs, so he gets already like +5. It is kind of common with the militant board to get a lot of coins. Okay, so I don't know if trading for 2 food is correct, because now Crimea is going to deploy, and if he wants to get the thing, then yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. He cannot produce. He has 0 pop. Yes, you're right. I missed that fact. So that means he probably has to move then. Okay, there goes one popularity for Crimea. Okay, outriver walk. Now this is in danger. This has to go. And I think that Saxony needs to get some popularity somewhere, I guess, if he wants to produce. Probably moves all the workers there, here, and this character here, so that you can produce on the next turn. You get one popularity from the encounter. Okay. Can go mountain encounter for pop, yes. I think that's the right play. Kind of gives Crimea the combat star or one combat star. But seeing as how Crimea paid for popularity, I don't think he's going to kick there. Unless he moves all the workers there, then yeah, that would be a target. Saxony, not with a lot of power, is also against Crimea, who has a lot of power, is not looking like it's very nice. Oh. Okay, so what's the play here? Not too sure. Is he like thinking of blocking Crimea here? Well, I'd see that the next move he was going to do is to trade and get his final enlist. But I'm not too sure, though. Probably blocking Crimea's way out is more efficient. Scout coming in play. This is interesting play by Saxony, for sure. He needs an objective, one enlist, one mech, and one worker. Sorry. And that would take 1, 2, 3 turns, round 17 to end. Considering, well, actually, wait, does he have the popularity from his enlist that he can snatch? Okay, so he does have. Maybe that's why he didn't go for the encounter. So he snags the popularity, produces next, and then, yeah, produces 2 metal right there, I think. I completely missed the popularity that he can take here, so he's fine without the encounter even then. Yes, this is good by Saxony. Mm, Albion is also like getting pretty some stars, yeah. Well, it did got the one combat, the workers, enlist far, max far. Yeah, I mean you gotta keep in mind that Saxony can end the game in 3 turns here. So this is good by Saxony right here. Enlisting again is Crimea. Possibly gunning for tier 2, but I don't think the score is gonna be affected at all, that much at all. Really, you go to tier 2, it's not even +5, and you know. Okay, out's the final enlist. It's gonna produce next on these 2 turns. And completes even both objectives, right? You produce and then you... Oh, he already has like 2 combats even. Yeah, this is a Saxony's game. Saxony at -10 though for the bid. But you know, -10 is also, you know, you take the factory and you don't even have to count again from there anymore. With one objective, you have 2 objectives you can submit, and you know, you produce and you submit both your objectives, you still win here. It's looking like a higher ground advantage for one. And then Yeah. No factory needed. We just use this to cover the factory and go. Yeah, this is very nice by Saxony. I certainly missed that he still had the popularity option that he could have taken from the end list. So I was like wondering if he had to take the encounter for a popularity, but then now he can just get it from his end list, which makes this move all that more reasonable. Crimea seems to be running out of options here. Deploying the last mech is looking like what it is. Wishes he has an armory to at least get the 6 stars, or like the upgraded pop, right? If you can trade 2 pop and you get the tier 2, then at least, right? This game ends in 2 turns. And here's the fun part. Okay, goodbye tier 2. Oh, don't use that one. Use this one if you're gonna keep territories, right? You need points. Maybe he has sent one back, so there'll be 2 stars. Oh, sorry there, just set myself a little bit. Okay, so out is full power as Crimea. Send one back, maybe? Okay, a power. So an upgrade for Crimea, but still nowhere near. Again, Saxony ends this in 2 turns. Crimea with no move action here, and already has the 2 combats that Saxony needs. Crimea might be wanting the power star. I'm not sure if that is it, because he did probably see that the game was gonna end pretty soon, as you can see. The next move ends it, and Crimea does not have the objective or the star. The most he can do right now is just produce, and then Saxony ends it on the next turn, getting the mech, getting the objective, which is going to be over. And you don't even have to count the score here. Crimea with 3, so like Saxony has to win over 7 points. And let's not forget this, that Saxony is 3 over everybody. So, oh, that's, yeah, okay. The very least you get the power star, but this game is over now. Complete whatever objective is there. Higher ground advantage is looking like 1. So yeah, very well done to Saxony. Or divide and conquer. Yeah, any objective works really. Although I don't understand why he's taking his time if he already has the objective. Crimea cannot move. I mean, okay, he can move really. If the game does not end, then sure, yes, Crimea can move. But what is he thinking? Like, is he thinking of attacking this? Albion has shield. You don't have enough to attack that. And you certainly don't have enough to mess with Crimea at all. So it must be a tough objective then for Saxony. If he doesn't have the objective, he might not even actually deploy this turn. Yeah. So what's the play? Saxony. Well, goes his move. Forest. Forest advantage, woodland advantage. Come on. Maybe he was still tilted after the previous game, right? Maybe he's just making 150% sure that he has his maths correct and that he actually is winning. Oh. Oh, Fomov is currently streaming as well. He is streaming his son's game. After this finish, you guys should go and watch his game. I need to go and have dinner myself after this, depending on when this finishes. Okay, so if he does have woodland advantage, then yeah, that would make a lot of sense because he. Okay, that's hinting it. Shore? Shore up the shore? Okay, so it's shore to shore. Okay. I mean, that wasn't very difficult to control, but I guess just to be sure. Yeah. Okay, that is well over 20 something points, like 28 points winning, and your bid is you have to beat Crimea by 7, and this is no question. Okay, congratulations to Prince Ali for coming back after that previous game.